Welcome to the Cronkite Sports Report. I'm Noelle Blumel. The Chicago White Sox hosted the Diamondbacks at Camelback Ranch on Monday. The D-backs secured a 7-3 win to continue their win streak. Star catcher Carson Kelly exited the game during the fourth inning after being hit by a pitch on his forearm by White Sox pitcher Gregory Santos. Kelly spoke with reporters after the game and stated he was experiencing significant pain. Manager Torey Lovullo confirmed today in a press conference that Kelly suffered a fractured right forearm. With Carson out of the lineup, the D-backs could use Gabriel Moreno as the starting catcher. The Diamondbacks take on the Chicago Cubs on Thursday. She's a freshman who throws pitches for the ASU softball team and sews stitches in the fashion design program. Cronkite sports reporter Olivia Eisenhower profiles this Sun Devils student who's making a difference on and off the field.
The maroon and gold has always been in Sun Devil softball Kylee Magee's DNA. Three brothers that played baseball or football or both for the Sun Devils over the years led to many weekend trips to Tempe at a very young age.
I can just remember all the students, and I felt like they were looking at me even though they really weren't. And then the fireworks go off, and then you have Sparky running across the field, and that was just like the best time to me. Like I was like, I need to be in the student section when I'm older.
Her passions for softball and Tempe were paralleled at a very young age when she was introduced to fashion. Her dad showed her the fashion districts of downtown LA and the rows and rows of fabric. She hasn't looked back since.
I think it's a good balance. If I had a bad game, I'm like, oh my gosh, I should have struck her out or something. And then I just go to my sketchbook and I'm just drawing and my head's completely off of it. I think I'm as competitive in fashion as I am in like softball.
Number 31 not only finds herself with ASU across her chest as a student athlete, but also student in the fashion program at Arizona State to further fuel her fire and impact others.
I love how her view on fashion and wanting to get in the industry is so actually like outward facing on wanting to, help others, make others feel beautiful. And when we had this prom dress drive, my first, kind of idea besides getting dresses donated was having somebody like Kylie actually get to make them from hand. It's such a great opportunity for her to be exposed, but also for the students of Lappin to get this handmade dress that's probably going to be by some world-renowned designer one day.
Lappin Sunshine Foundation CEO Jackie Vasquez Lappin is a former Sun Devil softball player as well, a member of the 2008 National Championship team. The foundation has many efforts similar to the prom dress drive that envisions a time when every student has the resources, support, and ambition to pursue their highest aspirations for academic and professional success.
All the Sun Devil greats, you look at Pat Tillman, they were unbelievable humans in the classroom, in the community, on the field. And she's just got that it factor that I believe that, people are born with.
The mound delivering strikeouts for the Sun Devils to making prom dresses and dreams a reality out of her own dorm room. Kylee Magee is a name to remember, just like the greats. From Tempe, Olivia Eisenhower, Cronkite Sports.
You can find more about Lappin Sunshine Foundation at lappinsunshinefoundation.org and catch the Sun Devils back home in Tempe on March 31st against University of Washington. MLB spring training brings a large population of big leaguers to the state. For one Colorado Rocky, spending time in the desert is anything but foreign. Our reporter Nick Hogan has more on the situation in Scottsdale.
The Colorado Rockies call Salt River Fields at Talking Stick home during spring training, but for catcher Brian Serven, calling the Valley home is nothing new. Serven was part of the Arizona State baseball program from 2014 to 2016, where he played in 162 games for the Sun Devils before being drafted in the 5th round of the 2016 MLB draft by the Rockies.
I think the ASU baseball program has always had a good reputation, and I think it does carry some weight.
During his 3 seasons as a Sun Devil, Serven was twice named first-team All-Pac-12. And since making his Major League debut last season, expectations have continued to grow for the former ASU standout.
I feel very comfortable with Brian behind the plate. All the aspects of catching, block, throw, receive, game calling, handling a pitching staff, being a good teammate, all those things in place.
Whether it was playing college ball at Arizona State or getting his first major league hit off of a former Sun Devil pitcher or spending his off seasons in the Valley, the list goes on and on when it comes to the connections between the state of Arizona and Brian Serven.
My first hit was actually off Trevor Williams, former ASU pitcher, and he sent over like a nice note the next day. He's a great guy, and I've gotten to know him, through Corey Hahn's foundation, Project 34, and just being around ASU and being around the guys. And Trevor's great. But yeah, it was a cool experience, crazy, something to build off of.
Serven went on to produce 38 hits, including 6 home runs for the Rockies in 2022. With last season now in the past, Serven has his sights set on present goals.
First and foremost, make the team out of camp. That's the #1 goal. That's kind of my main focus.
In Scottsdale, Nick Hogan, Cronkite Sports.
Serven got off to a hot start in spring training after hitting a homer in his first at-bat of the spring. That's it for your Cronkite Sports Report. Back to Valeria and Connor.